Count Basie, everybody, Count Basie.
This, the Kansas City Five.
The Kansas City Five. So, you know Count Basie from his big band, but he actually had some small group stuff that I really love. I really love to get to hear him, not just as a band leader, but as a really amazing pianist, really collaborative pianist. So let's listen.
What's on the front line is a great Zoot Sims and
Zoot Sims. You might know him from the Four Brothers with the Woody Herman Band, who also had Stan Getz. Very, very amazing sound. And then Roy Eldridge on the trumpet. He needs no introduction. One of the most influential trumpet players of all time. This is an incredible front line.
And, of course, our new drummer, Duffy Jackson.
I got to be honest, I don't know who that is, but he's amazing and he's got great glasses as well.
And the very newest bassist, Cleveland Eaton.
With a wonderful smile. Also, I'm not very familiar with Cleveland Eaton. I wish I was. Let me know if you got any more info about him. So the first thing I want you to check out, I remember I used to be very confused because they would start playing and my teachers always told me, okay, the first thing you should check out is the form. And then he starts playing whatever it is. And I'm counting bars and I'm like, well, this isn't adding up. My friend, this is just an introduction. And Count Basie was really the king of introductions. One of the most important things that people don't think about in terms of piano introductions is that it's really important to just set the tempo so strongly. And that's what Count Basie was a master of. Check out how assured he is in this tempo. They know exactly where beat one's gonna be. So let's look at that. What is he doing? So when I'm trying to figure out things like this, I try to hear not every voice that the piano's playing, but I try to hear the most obvious ones. Because like Duke Ellington said, if it sounds good, it is good. And I apply that to learning music too, where I don't need to get every single note. I just want it to sound like it. So that's the first thing I hear.
And the very newest bassist, Cleveland Eaton.
Right? So I'm trying to get at the essence of this thing. I don't need every note.
Cleveland Eaton.
I hear that note on the bottom. That one's a little harder. The reason it sticks out to me is because that's the voice that's moving. Da, da. Do you hear that? Da, da. So let's find it. Okay, it's F. I think. Do you hear that? It's kind of hard to hear, but it goes da, 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 ba. Let's see if it. So I think it's something like this. Something like that. So we don't need to get it exactly. Now I can go and play this intro or something like it on one of my gigs. If someone points at you, if you're the piano player and said, I need an intro, now you can play this. So there we go. This is over a G7 chord. We are actually going to C major. So perfect way. Oh my goodness. I can't get over how good he is at setting that up. So, what is this? What is this form? This is a form. It's okay if you don't know it now, but it should, if you want to keep playing jazz, this should be very familiar to you. This is the 12-bar blues. Here's the top right here. This is backbone of jazz in a lot of ways, is the 12-bar blues. Check out his rhythms. Nothing complicated. But very clear. And his playfulness really lets the other members of the band shine as well. You can see it's unclear who's even soloing because he's so gracious and generous with his musicality. It's a piano solo and a bass solo at the same time. They're just playing. So relaxed, so comfortable. All right, I can sense we're moving on. Look at that, eye contact. He didn't know when he was gonna come in, Zoot Sims on the saxophone, on the tenor saxophone. But what did he do? He looked at Count Basie, and Count Basie said, yeah, go now. And he said, okay. Again, interplay between the piano and the saxophone now. And I will say, some horn players don't want that much interplay if you're the piano player. But if it's your band, it's Count Basie's band. He can do as much interplay as he wants. But just be aware if you're a piano player. Sometimes it's fun, but read the room, read the moment. It's all about compromise and balance. Okay, so Roy Eldridge is doing these backgrounds on the trumpet. Now, a trumpet, last time I checked, can only play one note at a time. But when he plays those backgrounds, it sounds like an entire brass section behind Zoot. I don't know, I have no idea how he does it. But listen to this next chorus or two. He's gonna play these one-note backgrounds, obviously one note, but it's... I don't even understand the way they blend together. Just check out these backgrounds. And he's smiling because he knows. Roy Eldridge knows. Look at that. He knows how bad it is. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry, I want to go back to that one more time. One thing I want you to notice is the spirit with which Roy plays the background, and then Zoot Sims kind of mimics that spirit. It's like this wailing, soulful. Listen to how they do it, and listen to how the background happens, this background figure, that's this beautiful harmony between the two of them. And then he doesn't just say, okay, that happened, now another thing's gonna happen. He takes that energy from that and continues on with it. Just, I know it sounds confusing, but you'll know what I mean when you hear it. Watch, he's gonna take it one more. He took it one more. And then Count Basie, actually, I just realized one of the reasons that background that Roy plays sounds like a whole big band is because Count Basie's supporting it on the piano. Another person who was a master of this was Horace Silver, because he also had a quintet. They would often have, one horn backgrounds, but it always sounded so big because Horace on the piano really knew how to support it. Okay, let's go forward. Okay, that right there, that was the end of a chorus, right? Of a 12-bar chunk. Something that I really want you to pay close attention to is the way he wraps up these 12-bar chunks. You can almost play anything you want as long as you wrap it up cleanly. I'm actually serious about that. So the way he did it in a very clear and concise way. So let's go from the 2-5, the last 4 bars. Okay, so I can kind of play anything I want. As long as I wrap it up. I was literally playing random notes. And as long as you wrap. So. Hey. Let's listen to how he wraps it up. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't get much more clear than that. What he did to wrap it up was, I mean, what more can I tell you? He's being so clear. Come on now. There it is again. He's doing this. That was the same one he did earlier. He's setting up these structures. It's amazing. Not afraid of the root. He wrapped that one up. Learn all these licks. You can do whatever you want in the middle of them, but learn the licks that set things up. All right, there we go. And then he did a descending line. I'm not saying you have to do that, but the way he wrapped up his solo. Anyway, I hope you learned something. This is Count Basie, Kansas City 5. Doesn't get better.